All right, let's get into this Friday recap as we're wrapping up the week here. And one thing with Friday and into through Thursday. Thursday was actually the 31st. So it was the end of the month, and we were coming down, closing that out. So with that, you kind of have to watch the longer time frames and kind of see what's going to happen here. And I just jumped out to the month charts, and you can see that the month has been running up. The month time frames, and this is back even into the end of the year, and then we kind of pulled down, and we ran up, and it's been pretty strong since really since March, April, May, June, and then here's July. Now, it, this is where we're kind of you can see that I have this marked up here. Just for possibilities, and it's real hard to get too excited, but you do have since back here in March of 24, you have been in this pressure or bullish divergence or bearish divergence. So you have this higher high here, and then it can't get higher than that. It's kind of capped out, and it's kind of floating. Now, longer time frames, this can be up here for a while. I mean, you can see that it's since March it's been up here, and we've just been kind of on a tear since then, and we've just been running up. Now, so this could just keep stacking up, and we could be way up in here before we get a top out. So that's the one thing with the longer time frames. It is something to pay attention to. You do know that your longer run or your more energy is getting more exhausted. So we could see a little bit of setback. It would not surprise me if you kind of came back into this area if we drew down. So I did draw some Fibonacci levels on here, and you can see them. So this would be kind of your golden pocket area, would be right in here on the month. That'd be way down at 84,000, all the way down into 93,500 to get that golden pocket. If anything, I would see us pull back into this area right here, about 102,000. It could go down into the 0.5 on that Fibonacci. So that's just the bottom of this wick on the bottom down in April, all the way to the top that we had in July. That's the Fibonacci range on the wicks. So this could pull back into this area right in here and run up. Now, this also may just go sideways. We're talking about months here on this chart. So it's something to consider. And if you're asking, well, how and what are we looking for? That's when you go down to your 3-day and your 1-day will help you with this. It's just forward thinking. It's nothing wrong with looking at charts and have some forward mindset to kind of see some key levels of where things can go, just so you always have something in the back of your mind when you're going to the day-to-day stuff that you hear us talk about quite a bit. So you can see all these lines I left on the monthly. I went down to the 3-day. The 3-day has that. Let's go into. So this is they're about top. They're double topped here on the 3-day. For the same kind of run up. So you are getting, that would still be divergence that's going on. It's not strong, but there is some divergence. This could easily show that setback into this key level. You could even see a setback into the 109, 110,000 according to the 3-day. We'll just have to watch how these kind of reset and pull back. This is all healthy for this behavior, for this to kind of come back into this key zone that we were talking about. On the daily, if you went to the 200, right now it's sitting at right around 99,000. This is the key level that I marked earlier. The 200 is also sitting at that monthly 0.5 on the Fibonacci level. So there is a lot of strength right in here that we could come back into. To come down here, if it did anything, it would wick. It would be a hard snap and come right back up into this key area. I would see it looking to be real strong right in this zone. So that's about 112,000 where you're kind of sitting down to that 102,000 right in this pocket. Is pretty strong. So it could come down and sit in this level. It could wick pretty hard down here. We just need to watch the behavior for resetting. When I say resetting, I'm talking about the indicators here. I want to see them all come back down and kind of get back into this kind of reset level. See how they're back down in the neutral. We see that this had run down and then things started to rotate and we saw this big run up. So this move from here was down at around that 102,000 and it peaked out at around 122,000. So that's a $20,000 move right through here. So that's kind of what we're looking for. I'm watching the daily. Right now there's pressure, strong pressure on the daily for down behavior. We need to see this histogram start making a smiley face, starting to rotate like this. There's smiley faces that we're looking for. And we want to show that it's starting to turn, it's finding a bottom through here. And where that is, that's what we're kind of looking for right now. The 4-hour right now is confirming that behavior because you've heard us talk about this quite a bit too, the 200 and the 21. Right now, the 1 hour, 4 hour is kind of the middle of the line. So you have weights on each side. It balances right there in that middle. You have the 1 hour helps that balance when you're looking at charts. And your 4 hour is the middle between the big time frames and the little time frames. And once you're below the 200 and the 21, those are just like I talked on the 5 minute. This would be considered bearish now because you're below these two levels. But the overall market, we're still looking for bullish, so I don't expect this to just start falling apart. But I do see some more downward pressure. It does say that it wants to come down and needs to find some strength down here. So this is the smiley face I'm talking about. It's here in the 4 hours. So really, it just looks like a relief bounce back up maybe into this 200. We could see this 200 start to rotate over. And this pressure is already coming down. So price action could come back up into this area, 114, 115,000. I would say that 115,000 right now is kind of if we get back above it, that'd be a good flip. Really just a back below or back above, back in this area. So if we get back up in here, we could just trade here sideways as everything resets and then take off. If we're down below, I do see we need to come down and find some support, which is down in that area that I was talking about. Longer time frames are looking for that as well. So that is kind of bringing up just what's going on. I know a lot of people are asking those questions right now. I hear a lot of energy in the news, a lot of stuff going on, and then it's dropping. A lot of it's just that's what's creating all that energy that we're hearing about today. We're getting strong strength, and that energy is going to kick in, and that's where we're going to get this higher move. So this is healthy for the market to see what we're seeing right now. And this is why you always hear us talk about longer time frames and shorter time frames together, because that's going to tell you the story of price action and where it's going to go. And that's really, as a trader, that's what you're looking for. Is where could we go, when could we go there, why could we go there? And that's basically what I was just going through right now to kind of help you answer those questions. So now we have some key areas that we're kind of watching. So if somebody asked me today, hey, where could this go down to? What kind of levels am I looking at? Well, right now I'd say, right now we're sitting strong at 112 to 110,000. That could be a strong area that we see a flattening out. And then going back to the indicators on the higher time frames, we're looking for them to flatten out. Like I was talking about, getting that smile in the MACD. That's what we're waiting for. And now if you hit these key levels and you start to see that happen, you'll know you're close to the bottom in that strong, that'll be the bottom, if you will. Now, if we start to break those key levels, where are we going to go then? We're probably going to head down around that 100 to 102,000. I don't really see us going below that, just because of the way the market's sitting and that strength that we were going through on the time frames coming back down from the month. So those are levels that I'm going to be looking for. And then when we get to near those levels, that's when I'm going to go out and look with the indicators and see, hey, are we finding strength and bottoming and starting to rotate here? And we could build out and then expect this to move. A lot of people ask, when do you acquire? That's the levels that we're looking for. That's why you want to get good at just looking out on bigger time frames. So if you were going to acquire Bitcoin, this isn't financial advice, just me talking, but out loud, if I was going to buy Bitcoin and look for stuff, I'd be looking for the levels of 110 to 112 to accumulate. Then I would start to kind of watch to see how we're going to, if we break down from there, I would look at accumulated again, down at those lower levels of 100 to 102,000 again. That's kind of what I'd be looking for if I was going to accumulate Bitcoin. Now, in between, obviously there is support, so I would kind of watch to see how things interact. And obviously, if the indicators are showing that we're going to start getting turnage, this may just come down and wick and then start to build back up and then hold support here. So yes, I would look at acquiring if I saw that happening as well, just because I know that's a really good price, because we're probably going to come back up and sit in this pocket right here before we fire off. So if you really think about it, the longer it stays in these areas, the stronger the foundation it can build, and the stronger the foundation gives more power for it to go up. So if you hear all these different levels and where this could go, if you're really looking at the bigger time frames and saying, hey, where could this end up? The stronger the base that we got to build right now is going to give us that strength of where it could go. I know I have key levels right now that I'm watching right around that 160,000. That's kind of the area that I'm looking for right now. That's my targets that I would start to take some profits out and see where we go. Now this could go up higher. I know there's some levels that people are talking about, but you have to be real and you have to make your decisions and trade to what you see in the market and why. So that's about it, guys, for the recap. I didn't really want to spend too much time on price action just because it's the end of the month. We're getting into August now, and I kind of wanted to show you guys what could August look like and where could we be building out some of these charts to get some strength in order for us to be able to take advantage of stronger future price movement. So have a great weekend, guys. We will see you on the first part of Monday with a weekend recap, and like and subscribe. Like I said, always put comments in. If you have any questions, something you don't understand, use the Kabroda trading battle box. There's some videos in there on how to set it up, but you can use this to help you learn how to do everything that I was just talking about. Even if you have questions, just come in here and hit the dictate button and say, hey, I don't understand. What am I looking for in the indicators to show a bottoming of the market if we hit 102,000, for example? Then it can help explain some of the stuff that I was talking about, and then you can just keep interacting. It's the best way to kind of have a professional trader right over your shoulder, talking in your ear with you and analyzing the data and helping you understand how all this functions. So anyway, guys, that is about it. We will be talking to you soon. Thank you.